Hello everyone, my name is Derek P. Fields. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another Lions video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscription button to get more videos just like this one. Anyway guys, this is my preview show of the Lions and Vikings that will be taking place this Sunday at Ford Field, okay? All right, so the Lions season was over before it started. As of last Sunday with the loss to the Bills, even though they had a slim chance, the Lions season unofficially, I should say, ended because they still have 2 more games, but they were mathematically eliminated from playoff contention with a 1-point loss to the Buffalo Bills on Sunday. So with that being said, where do we go from here? Why even watch this game? Why even play the game? I know that the players have to play it. Must be tough for them. I know it's a couple people playing for their jobs, but it must be tough for them because the Lions have essentially nothing to play for these next couple of games. The only thing that could happen, only 2 things could happen. Well, 3. They could end the season with some momentum. They could get someone injured. And number 3 is that other folks are playing for their job. So yesterday I did a 10 players on the Lions roster bubble. So those players, some of those players may be playing for a job either with the Detroit Lions or somewhere else in the NFL. But the Lions essentially have nothing to play for. Right now, they have the 6th pick in the draft at 5 and 9. I think they could probably wind up in the top 5 if they lose these next 2 games. So with that being said, the Lions and the Vikings. The last time the Vikings played the Lions, let's go check it out here, was a few weeks ago, and the Lions didn't show up that game. It was actually more than about 6 weeks ago, and they lost 24-9, the Detroit Lions, and that was the sack fest game. That's right, when the Lions gave up 10 sacks to the Minnesota Vikings defensive line. At that point, the Lions were 3-5. Their record was 3-5, and they were 1-3 on the road. Well, guys, I don't know about you, but that seems like an entire lifetime ago. Whole lifetime ago. When the Lions still, was just a little bit of hope in the season. So with this Sunday, there's no hope for the Lions season. And the tickets are as low as $25, which is hilarious. But what I believe will happen this Sunday is that the Lions will indeed lose to the Minnesota Vikings, potentially in epic fashion. Now, I haven't got an official list yet because I don't know what time DetroitLions.com drops that information. But the injury report will come out today of who's not playing and who is playing. But as of the making of this video, the Detroit Lions have LeGarrette Blount, Bruce Ellington, Kenny Galladay, Nick Bellore, and Matthew Stafford questionable. Out of those people, Blount, Galladay, and Stafford will indeed play. Stafford doesn't want to give up his streak, and I see him at least starting the game. But I do see the Detroit Lions losing this game to the Minnesota Vikings and dropping to 5-10 on the season, with potential to go either 6-10 or 5-11. So the Lions pretty much are inferior in every category against the Minnesota Vikings. They score less points per game. They allow more points per game. They have less total yards per game. They have less passing yards. They have more rushing yards, by 8. They allow more yards, they allow more passing yards, and they allow more rushing yards. So they are inferior in every single category except rushing. Surprisingly, yards rushing, the Lions lead the Minnesota Vikings by a hefty margin of 8 yards, an average of 8 yards per game. Other than that, the Lions are inferior in every category. And we know that the Lions have nothing left to give this season. And this is kind of I always feel bad for the players and us as fans who have to deal with. Football is one of those things where your season is over before it starts. The Jets probably had high hopes after they came in and stomped us on Monday Night Football. And we kind of knew where we were because it's the same old Lions. But the season was over before it even started for us Detroit Lions fans. And now we have 2 games left. This time last year, I want to say we were about to play the Bengals. And a win would have potentially help us get in the playoffs. But it came down to the last game of the season. We needed one team to lose and us to win. That didn't happen. So even at 10-6, we might have missed out on the playoffs last year. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Not a lot to talk about. I'm going to keep this video short and sweet from my standings or standards. But the Lions will lose tomorrow. Do not predict them winning at all. The Green Bay game is more interesting to me because it's just 2 completely decimated teams. Neither one of them are going anywhere. And at that point, they will be playing for a draft position. So that might be, actually, that game is looking to be more exciting than this one because it's going to be a battle of the draft position. So Detroit Lions will lose to the Minnesota Vikings. If they do win, I will be surprised, but I think they're going to drop to 5-10 tomorrow and probably potentially move up from the 6th seed or the 6th draft pick to maybe potential top 5. Depends on how the rest of the league goes on Sunday. So anyway, guys, it is Derek P. Fields. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Derek is out. Peace.